Hi guys, Sarah here from Highland Haven Australian Shepherds and Highland Haven Dog Training, and I thought I'd give you an update after 1 week of raising these two pups. For those of you who don't know, this is Marley here, and this is Turtle. They are two puppies that were bred here. They are 9 weeks old. I think they were 9 weeks old yesterday, and their new owners, have decided to leave them here for a little bit of very young puppy training before they go home. So we've had these guys now for a week. And I think what I have not really emphasized in these videos is the importance of never getting two puppies at the same time. I mean, as a breeder, as an ethical breeder, we never sell two puppies to the same family, from the same litter at the same age. Because it's such a terrible idea. I mean, there are reasons that it's an idea that we can go into, including littermate syndrome, where they eventually don't get along anymore, and that can definitely happen and be very painful because at that point one of them needs to be rehomed, and usually they're, fully adult dogs at that point. But let's just talk about the logistics of properly raising two puppies from the same litter at the same time. It makes everything 3 times as hard. So you have puppy 1 that you're working on housebreaking and basic manners, and that's hard enough. And then you have, of course, puppy 2 that you're working on housebreaking and basic manners, and that's hard enough. And then you have all the interplay that goes on between puppy 1 and puppy 2, and that makes things so much harder. They also tend to be very focused on each other, even though we have all these other adult dogs here. These puppies are very focused on each other, which, some say, so what's wrong with that? They entertain each other. Well, I don't have dogs so that they just want to be with other dogs. I have dogs because I want a relationship with them, right? And I would say 99% of owners want that. They want the relationship with their dog. Also, when they're super focused on each other and not focused on the people in their lives, it prevents them from developing the skills during that socialization window, which goes up to about 12 weeks. It prevents them from developing those social skills because they're so focused on each other. They don't have to learn those other skills because they have each other as, a playmate and a companion and comfort and all of that. As you can see here, maybe you can't, it's not very easy to see, but I do have 2 crates. So these guys have been created separately for, by day 2, we had started creating them separately. I did let them, good girl, nice. I did let them stay the first night together because it did give them some comfort and gave me a little bit more sleep. But since then, they have been created separately. Turtle, the black one here, he's going to be going to his new home tomorrow. And Marley is going to be staying for another 4 weeks. So we're going to continue her training for another 4 weeks, and Turtle's going to go on to his new home. And things are going to get exponentially easier for me starting tomorrow afternoon when Turtle goes home, because I can simply focus on Marley, and Marley will have to make relationships with the people in this house and the other dogs in this house individually rather than with the help of her brother. And her brother, in his new home, will be the only dog. And so he will really have to work on creating relationships with his new owner and new people in his life. And that's a good thing. That's what we want from dogs. We want them to be well-rounded. We don't want them to be super focused just on other dogs or just on people. We want them to be well-rounded little puppies. So these guys are now sleeping much better at night. Last night I went to bed at 10:30, and they slept until 6 this morning. Didn't start to stir until about 6 a.m., which was fantastic. I was able to get them up, and now I'm more familiar with their bodily routines. I know what to expect, what I need to get done when we're out in the yard at 6 a.m. I know at least Marley needs to poop. I would prefer to have them both poop, but I know at least Marley definitely needs to poop first thing in the morning. Turtle can sometimes hold it. And of course, Deacon, mind your business. Go lay down. but definitely pee-pees from both of them. They're both very well habituated to peeing immediately when they hit that grass, immediately. And sometimes they need to pee a couple of times. You know, their bladders are really full and they need to walk a little bit more and pee a little bit more. Deacon, go lay down. Go on, go. So I know how long it's going to take me. I'm more familiar with how long I need to stay out there. You know, the worst thing is when it's cold and dark and you're tired to be standing out there and have nothing come of it. But now I know exactly what I need to do. So I did get a poop from Marley first thing this morning. I got pees from both of them, and we were able to get back in bed 10 minutes later, and they were able to lay down and go to sleep. And I got back up at 7. They ate. They went outside. They both peed and pooped enormous amounts. Good boy. And now we're inside playing. So after a week of struggle, you know, it's been a lot of work. Not that it was unexpected. That's what I get paid for. But it was a lot of work. We're finally at the point where I am more familiar with what these guys need, what I can expect in the morning, what I need to get done so I can get back in bed and not wake up 10 minutes later with a stinky room and a poop in a crate. So overall, they've done great the first week. Week 2 is always easier if you put the foundation in for week 1. So Turtle's going to go home with a nice foundation, and Marley and me and all of us will continue with her training. Any questions? Drop them in the comments, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.